Hey y'all, with my hand in the cookie jar. Whoopsie. It's a high key cookie though. It's a keto friendly cookie. Just two of these. Yep. Okay. Coffee. Let's jump in. Sinking funds. Let's get it. All right. All right. I hope some of y'all jump on. Come on, come on, come on. Hey people. Hey friends. Hey family. Okay. Now we're jumping in to talk about sinking funds because it's that time of the month, right? Today is April 24th. Hey, how are you? It's April 24th. Hey, y'all. Hey, everybody. And so YouTube payments usually go out between the 21st and the 26th of the month, depending on, whatever their algorithm is. Hey, friend, how are you? And so now there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of y'all on here, and it's only showing that there's one person on. Okay, well, praise God. Look, 5 of y'all. Well, praise God. The number will update itself at some point. So, oh no, look there, it's fixed. Very good. Okay, thank y'all for chiming in with me tonight. So remember the last time we talked about money, and I kept saying that my YouTube revenue was going down. How about the Lord told me why today, right? Because for those of you who are new over here, hey, ma'am, from Columbia, South Carolina, good to see you. Thank you for being here. The way that my family works, I work a full-time job. For those of you new folks or you haven't been following me for very long, I work a full-time job. I'm an educator by profession. So I go to a 7 to 3 job every single day, and I work. I get a paycheck. But on the side, I do YouTube. That YouTube used to be my main side hustle. And it was for a very, very long time. Back in 2021, December 21, the very latter part of December, the Lord opened up Facebook for us as far as a paid situation. So in 22, Facebook actually became my primary social media paid source. I still do very well on YouTube, but Facebook, has been no comparison. But I've been doing the reels, and on Facebook the pay scale is so very different when you do reels versus how you do them on shorts. So YouTube has just opened up the shorts market. And I think I was looking at a video that I had done yesterday, and I think I got 1,900 views on that video. And that short made me 13 cents. So shorts are not going to garner me what a video would garner me. So because I have been putting up way more shorts than I have videos, my AdSense revenue continues to decrease. So what that tells me is I've got to film more videos. So the only way that I have time to do that, though, because it's Monday night and I've just taught a class. We actually had a share night. I didn't really teach. We had a shared session. I can do live videos, but I don't have a lot of time to sit and edit videos. Not like I used to. I can get my grocery haul done. I can get my monthly budget done, my weekly budget updates. I can't really hardly get those done because I'm doing so many reels on Facebook. Because again, Facebook has tripled, quadrupled, and sometimes sextupled what I make on YouTube, right? So I have to give my efforts where the money is coming in. But the Lord revealed to me yesterday actually, that the reason I'm not making what I was making, because I'm down by quite a lot, is because I'm adding up more shorts. And even though I'm putting up more shorts, they're not making any money. I can put up a video on YouTube, maybe get 2,000 views and make like $30. But I can't make that even if I'm getting 2,000 views on a short. I'm making 13 cents. So I was like, what is happening here? God, you have to show me. So anyway, now that I understand that and realize it, and my kids are working in the kitchen in the background. So if you hear background noise, it's my kids. What I realize now is I have to make dedicated time for videos. A couple videos that I know I can get done, like I said, in my grocery haul, my monthly budget. Garden videos. People seem to appreciate the garden videos. And let me tell you guys this. I have just decided to add a new YouTube channel. I'm going to see if I can find it for y'all so that you all can go and subscribe, if you will. So a lot of you know I've been doing the teachings. I have been doing I've been doing Bible teachings forever and ever and ever. And they are a part of what I do here, but there are some videos that people just don't appreciate. When you're on this type of, platform, people want the videos that they want. And so I get it and I understand. And I'm not pushing. I'm still going to do preaching on here, but I'm not going to push anybody to do anything. What I am going to do, because I do have, hey ma'am, because I do have this platform now where I can multiple stream. I'm not having to pick one over the other. I can multiple stream out to different channels. I am actually going to do a separate channel. I just put the link in there is to my First Love Ministries with Shakima Wilson page, where I will have a lot more of the teachings and stuff going over there. So if you want to be a part of that community, please do subscribe over there. The reason that I'm doing it now is because I can do it through this streaming platform. I don't have to have another camera and a separate camera and another camera for this. I can stream everything through this one platform, and it really helps me. A lot of people like the garden videos, Tiffany, and I'm a novice gardener. I am not like am I gardener. I am nowhere near Becky from Acre Homestead, but I promise you that I'm starting just like she did, right? Just putting my hands in the dirt and seeing what happens, and you learn along the way. So I do plan to do way more garden updates because people do love the garden. I love the garden. Thank you so much, Kim. I appreciate that. But again, if you want to be involved in what's happening in the ministry, if you want to, I just put the link up. Just go over and subscribe. I don't have any videos up yet because I haven't done any. But I would love to have people visit me over there. And again, it's going to be so easy because I just put in whichever channels I want to stream to, and it all goes at one time, which is a blessing. So praise the Lord for that. Again, trying to find ways to make income in our lives, right? My children and I, we have not arrived. We don't have debt, but there are some things that have come up. A couple things that have come up. I had the one root canal. I have to have another one. And I just got a letter from thank you so much. I just got a letter from my dental insurance. I've exhausted my benefit for the year, and I have to have this tooth done. We're not gonna make it to January. Well, in Jesus' name, we will make it to January. But I'm not trying to push myself with issues here, right? Because I need to be able to eat. I need to be able to talk. I need to be able to do a lot of things. And so this is called Restream. What I'm using is called Restream. And so it will let me at the price I'm paying, which I think is $19. It's not more than that. It lets me stream to 5 platforms. So I have now my 2 YouTube channels and 3 Facebook pages. It will not let me stream to Instagram. Instagram wants something different, and I don't have time to deal with all that. So if I need to do Instagram, I'll set my phone up to Instagram, and it works out perfect. But for $19, it lets me shoot it out to different places. And so that's what I'm going to do. Please do hit the like. It just helps us to push it out into the algorithm. It all works out great. So what y'all came here for, right? Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I'm not a big dental person, but the person who did this root canal probably was the most gentle person I've ever been in their chair. And so because he did me so right, I think I'm going to be able to just do this right, but I'm going to have to save for it. So what I plan to do is tomorrow I'm going to call my regular dentist to see if he'll send me some antibiotics, because it's just bothering a little bit. It's sensitive. If he'll send me some antibiotics, because I think it might be a little infection or something in there. It's just very sensitive right now. And so I want to be able to make sure that I can afford it. I think this one was $1,200. But of course, the insurance kicked in. So if I'm looking at that, I have to save at least $1,200. And so I'm going to work on that. Sister, turn the water down just a tiny bit. It's too loud. Very good. Just a tiny bit. Thank you. So with all that being said, we're chiming into sinking funds. So I'm not making nearly the money that I was, right? And it's, again, when they added in the shorts, even though I get good views on shorts, they don't garner a lot of money because you only get that one little ad, right? So I just have to do the videos. So for my YouTube income this month, which actually was my March income, because you run about 28 days behind, was $575.09. So for the last 2 months, I didn't think I would even be able to make my sinking funds because I have so many of them now. I didn't even think I would be able to have enough for sinking funds. But fortunately for us, we made do with the sinking funds. Every time. I'm at a point in life that I'm just going to trust God or I'm not. And we were just talking about that in my ladies group. You either going to trust God with it or you're not. And one of the ladies that was in there, she said, Miss Shakima, I have to just tell you this. She said, I started my tithing about a year ago and they got some really good news about some debt cancellation. She was like, when I saw that letter, I hollered. Yes, ma'am, do. Now, you don't have to tithe if that's not your conviction. It's my conviction. And so because it is my conviction, then I do it, right? Okay, if you'll just stop for now, because that's just not going to work for my life. I can't compete with that. I just can't. Thanks so much. We'll get it taken care of. Don't worry. We'll all pitch in and do the things. Have your brother to go and get himself straight for school tomorrow and all that. Okay, very good. So you're either going to trust God or you're not. And that's just how life is going to have to work for you. For me, I trust God in all things, specifically my finances. He's never left me and my kids out there where we were not taken care of. Okay. So 575.09 is what came in from YouTube. Now with that, the Lord told me about 2 months ago, let me get it right because I want to make sure I don't lie on the Lord. He wanted me to increase my giving. He wanted me to, thank you so much. That's a blessing. I love that. Thank you. He wanted me to increase my giving. So I am going from a 10th of the tithe to a 15% of that. That does not include offering. Well, if you technically want to say 10% is my tithe and then 5% is offering, but I'm counting that as a tithe and anything else I do above that is offering, right? That's how it works in my brain. So with that being said, the first two things that comes off the top of my sinking funds are always a tithe, which is $87. Now, 56 of that goes to my home church. And then the rest of that, what would that be? $31 goes to another ministry that I support, right? So my church gets my tithe, my 10%, and then the extra 5% goes to the other ministry that I support. $87 of that goes into my taxes. So remember, on any type of social media that I have, they do not pull taxes out on me. I have to pay my own taxes at the end of the year. I am self-employed as a subcontractor of YouTube. I'm self-employed as a subcontractor of Facebook. So for that to happen, I have to pull out money because I don't want to be caught with a tax bill at the end of the year. So I've already started saving, and I had some extra left over from last year's that I saved, that I left in the account. I spent some of it to do a few house projects, but I left most of it in the account. So I'm running pretty far ahead. Let me see. I'm going to pull up that so that I can tell y'all where I am as far as taxes are concerned, as far as all of those numbers are concerned, because people might want to know, and it's okay. I'll share these little bits and pieces. Now, there are certain things about my businesses that I will no longer be sharing just because I don't want to we're just not sharing it. So sinking funds. Okay, this is what it's going to be right here. Okay. Woo. Let me see. All right. Very good. Okay, I've got that pulled up now, so I'll be able to share some of that with y'all to see where we are. So as far as taxes so far this year, because we're on taxes, I have saved, let me put my April amount in. Okay, so far I have saved, oh no, you know what? Is that right? Is that YouTube? Yeah, that's YouTube. Okay, I gotta change that. So far for YouTube taxes, I put in $252 this year, in February, March, and April. I can't remember what my January total was. I'll have to go back and look that one up. But so far for YouTube, I've put in $252 even, because I just round up my change. Now for Facebook, okay, I'm going to just put that number in. Oh, crinkle snails. Okay. I'm going to subtract this amount. Okay. There we go. All right. Now, that's that. Okay. Now, I write down every single sinking fund that I have, right? So I have Amazon Prime. That ended up being, did I put that in? Amazon Prime is $16. I don't know that I put that one in. I might have to add that one in. Amazon Prime is $16. I don't think I added that one in. So let me put that one in. Am Prime. Where are my sinking funds? Supplies, sinking funds. Oh, $13 for Amazon Prime. So far, I've saved $52 for Amazon Prime. Then I have recycling at $16. So I've saved $64 because I pay for my yearly recycling, right? That's going to come due in July. So I think I have a little bit more than that because I had some money running from last year. This is just January through where we are now. So I have $64 in sinking funds. Let me increase this a little bit so I can see. I don't have my glasses on. Okay, perfect. Moving down, I have my pest spray, which is when they come in and spray the house for the year. So that's $12. It's like $140 a year. So far I have $48 in that fund. For vacation, I'm putting in $50. That's going to give me $173.48. Now, talking about vacation, I'm going on, they're not vacation specifically, but I have 3 trips planned in the next 5 months. I have 3 trips and they're out of state that I have to plan for. Now, normally that vacation money is for Christmas, but what I'm going to do is when I get my October supplement, just like I did last year, I'm going to pull out money for Christmas, right? Because the kids and I decided this year again, we're going to go somewhere. They're going to come, the kids will come, or maybe my little kids and I will meet somewhere halfway between the big kids, and we're going to stay somewhere for the holiday. We enjoyed it so much last year, and it made such a huge difference that we were able to save up some money a little bit at a time. I know I'm going to have to use some of this vacation money because I have 3 big trips planned, but I'm also saving in my $5 challenge. That's for my vacation fee. And the $20 challenge, I'm using that to save for Alana's car because remember I said I was going to give her a certain amount. So I'm using that to help save for her car. All right, moving on. So for my vacation fund, it's $173.48 is how much I have saved in there right now. I'm trying to see. I want y'all to be able to see this. Just hold your phone for 1 second. I'm going to share this screen with y'all. Okay. I think I can share this screen. If you want me to share my screen, will you just comment in the comments? If you want to see what I'm doing, I can share it with you. so that you're not just listening to me, but I can share that if that is something y'all want to see. I can do that. Okay, let me see. All right. Perfect. All right. Let me know if you can see that now. You should be able to see it with no problem. I did black out one line because that's not relevant to anything of life. Okay. There we go. These are all sinking funds. Here we go. Look at the Lord. Okay. Tires, because I had to get a new set of tires this past year. I put in $16 into a fund for tires. That takes me to $64 for tires. My car insurance is $85. So now I've saved $340. I renew my car insurance in October. I renew it in April and October. Gracie gets $40. And that says $160, but I actually she had to go to, I had to buy food a couple times that I did not take out. So she doesn't have that money in there. And also she has to get some medication. She has to get her heartworm meds. I've got to re-up that. Now my PureFlix is $11, but that bill comes due. So I'm going to write in here, I'm going to put myself a note. This comes due May 18th. So I'm going to have to transfer the $99 plus tax into my regular account so that when it, or I'll have to change my payment number, my card number, so that it comes out of my Capital One 360 account, because that is going to come due. And it only says $44. But remember, I have money saved starting in June of 2022 because that bill comes due in May. Car registration is $7. 3 months pest control is $28. Now that says $112, but I've already paid, I think it was $80 to have my pest spray done. So I'm going to have to go in and subtract some of these dollars. So the one thing about this sheet is there's no subtract it out. I've got to go in and do some manual subtracting in my brain. My oil change, I just got my last free oil change from when I purchased my car. So $20 goes into the oil change fund. But then I also had to get flushed. I had to get my coolant flushed and my transmission fluid flushed. So that did take some of that money away. Household repairs is $50, but I used some of that money to do a couple of house projects when Mr. Jerome came out to do the fence. No, when I got the house pressure washed. I got this says $200. I got the house pressure washed and it ended up being $182 and some change. So that's going to be a very low number. I just have to go in and do the subtractions. My P.O. box is $17. Let me make sure I change that on my paper. My camera, $20. And then the garden, I am going to put $10 in there. Now, if I move on down, try to figure out what this number is. I have no idea what that number is, 385. Maybe that's that total number going all the way down, probably. That number going all the way down, but there's no number going all the way down here. Come on now. Let me see if I can copy this. Okay, yeah. I just copied that formula all the way across. I'm going to copy this formula going all the way across as well. Yeah. Now, for some reason, my formulas got out. So I'm just going to put totals down here. That way I'll know going up and down what I have is what. So right now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 different sinking funds. And I didn't have all those sinking funds when I very first started sinking funds. So for sure, I'm going to have to add some sinking funds to this. Because I want to make sure that every single thing, good. Every single thing that I am having to pay for is accounted for, right? I want to make sure, and I use the Capital One 360 account for sinking funds. I don't keep that anywhere near my regular monies because I don't want to be tempted to spend it. If I got to go to Capital One 360, I got to take it out of the out of the account, put it in the sinking fund, then I have to spend it. Now, I don't want to go through all that rigmarole. So my membership, we were talking Saturday because we had a members meeting on Saturday about randomized spending. So one of my goals for May is no randomized spending. So how are you going to combat randomized spending, Shakima? Well, for me, I'm going to give myself miscellaneous money, right? I get my supplement in April, so I have a little extra money in the account. I never give myself miscellaneous money to spend. I've always put it to the bills and I've always put it to the savings. But what I find myself doing is every now and then I'll take a little bit out and I'll make a purchase, or I'll take some out and I'll make a purchase. Well, that's all well and good and I can buy whatever I want. However, I don't want to get caught up in just continuing to pull from my sinking fund. Give yourself some random spending money, break it down just like you would your grocery money, Shakima. This is how I'm talking to myself. And then you don't have to worry about randomized, pulling money out of your sinking fund. I just have not thought it important to give myself spending money. But now I'm at a place in life because I don't have debt and I'm not paying off anything extra except my house. I can give myself some spending money. Also with the house, I am actually paying $108, I think, over my mortgage payment because my mortgage went down this year because my escrow was over. I'm paying that to the principal because I'm not going to have a 30-year mortgage. I just refuse to have that. But sinking funds have helped me to really be able to, when I need to make a purchase, I've got my money right here, right? I've got the money right in my sinking fund and I can transfer it to my checking account, and then I can pay it right then, right? I'm saving ahead, and that's helped us. I looked at my paycheck this morning from my regular job, just my regular job. I'm just going to share this little bit. And did I tell y'all that the Lord had told me to buy a washer and dryer for a single mom with her 2 kids? The Lord had told me to take money. See, I need that. I gotta have a little bit of something. I never give myself that, and it's unfair because then I end up pulling out of places I shouldn't have to pull out of, right? So I'm gonna do that this time, specifically because I get my supplement and I'll feel better about it, right? So the Lord told me to pay for a brand new washer and dryer for a single mom with her 2 kids. And that ministered to me because I was a single mom with 2 kids, right? After my older kids had left, I was that mom. And that cost me a little bit, right? I mean, they didn't get the top of the line, whatever. We got what was I gave an amount and she got what was in that budget. So what ended up happening was I went to check my account this morning because I wanted to go ahead and start my May budget. And in there, this is how God will work for you. So y'all can, people can talk about not tithing if they don't want to. I mean, you don't have to. There's no law. But I'm telling you what I do. So what ended up happening was I looked on my paycheck. I knew I was getting my supplement, but there was an extra supplement on there from the state that I didn't know I was getting. Almost the amount that I paid for the washer and dryer. It wasn't quite the amount, but the Lord has been blessing in other areas. And I was like, oh my God, look at God and how he just he repays us, right? So I'm thankful for whatever income I get from YouTube. If y'all like the videos, don't like the videos, share the videos, all of that, it helps us to push our content out into the algorithm. More people come. Kettle Kitchen with Tony, he's been inviting me to quite a few collaborations. That helps me to get more people exposed to our channel. I think the garden this year is going to really pull some people in. That's going to be a really good avenue for us as far as when the summer comes. And that helps us out to be able to take care of all of the sinking funds. There was a time in my life we could not do any sinking funds. And so now that we're able to do them, I don't see life happening without them. I am a sinking fund type of individual. I mean, Jamil, I'm the same. I don't play with the Lord money. And people like, well, tithing is Old Testament. That's okay. It's an Old Testament blessing connected to it, where he'll open up the windows of heaven and pour out the blessing. I'm going to be a part of that. If it's New Testament to you, I'm going to be a part of that too. Right. I know God so much that it's worked out for my favor. When I can go, sinking funds become very important, especially when you are struggling to figure it out. Right. And the Lord, for those of us who got taxes back, I did not get taxes back. I had to pay. But what I did do, let me tell y'all what I did. I actually did make One Mom an LLC. So One Mom is now its own separate entity and its own separate business. So I will be able to have business expenses for next year's taxes, which I've never done before. I've always counted it in my personal, but I'll be able to write off business expenses. I will be able to write off using my home because I film in every area of my home. And that has helped us as well. So as I continue to grow, I'll share, Lauren, share what I am able to share, and what I don't know, I'll ask and bring it back here. But the biggest help for us has been having these sinking funds. When I need to pay for something, like when they come and spray my house, I don't have to worry about, okay, where am I going to get the money for? Because they come in every 3 months. I save a little bit ahead of time, and I am able to call immediately when they leave the little ticket on the door. I'm able to pay for it right then, or at least by the next day. I don't believe in running bills 30 days out. I don't do any of that. Pay what you owe and move on with your life. So those of you who may have had issues trying to get your sinking fund started, if you got tax money back, that's an excellent time to just put a little bit to the side. Well, I need to have some fun with my money. Good, but put a little bit to the side so that you're not, you know what I'm saying? So you're not always flailing trying to figure it out. If you got enough back, pay up your rent a few months. That'll give you some breathing space. That means when you get the money that you were supposed to pay the rent with, then you can disperse that to your sinking funds, or put a little extra in your grocery account, or take care of that car expense that you know you was going to have. Take some of that money, pay your insurance up 6 months, so that then you're only saving what you need for the next 6 months. Because when you pay your insurance monthly, they charge you more. They charge you less. You get a discount if you pay it in the 6 months. For a long time, I couldn't pay it in the 6 months. And finally, I think I got taxes back one year. And I said, you know what? I'm paying this doggone thing and being done with it. And so it just worked out, because you get a little discount when you pay it all at one time. Just things to think about as you begin to move along in your financial journey. Nobody has to, let me be careful, because I don't want to say nobody has to struggle. There are people who are finding it a challenge with all of the higher prices. Gas is going back up. Groceries have never gone back down since they went up. We are all having challenges. I think somebody posted on one of my videos that they couldn't eat. They didn't have food. Here's what I have to say about that. And unless the Lord tell me to give, I'm not giving to anybody. And I know that might sound harsh, because Shakima, you so blessed. Yes, but God, I listen to God on where to give my funds. If he tells me, I will Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, Uber Eats, whatever you need, if God tells me to do that. So don't, people who just jump on here saying, oh, I don't have anything. If you ever see that in the comments and it was not from me, please do not do that. If you see a WhatsApp, I don't have a WhatsApp. I don't have any of that stuff. Like, I put my Cash App and stuff in the thing because people ask me, but it's way down at the bottom. You got to look for it to find it, because that's not what we're here for. I do the videos that garners the income. If the Lord tells you to bless me, like the ma'am who did the blessing on here a little while ago, that was a blessing to us. If God tells you to do that, do that. But you're never going to hear me say, well, you need to give to the children and wherever. Honey, I got children in here that need stuff. I'm not saying that those aren't good causes. I'm saying that's a scam from somebody, and I don't know who did that. But back to the lady who was talking about not having food. This was my response. I have had times in my life where I have had to eat things that I may not have wanted, but I've never not eaten. We have had some beans and rice and cornbread days. We've just had beans and rice because we didn't have no cornbread. We might have just had beans because I wasn't eating rice at the time. If all I got is rice, we're gonna eat. We have had butter rice. I mean, we have had some lean days. But even in the Bible, David told Pharaoh when he dreamed about the cows, he said, well, what does this mean? He said, well, you're going to have 7 years of plenty and 7 years of lean. So what I need you to do in these plenty years is put a little to the side. So when the lean years come, you won't even know the difference, right? That's why we stock when it's on a sale. That's why we have different pantries in the house. So that when you have your lean times, you don't miss a beat. You don't notice a difference. I can afford to lose some weight right now. So if I don't get steak, I'm okay eating. And my turkey meatballs did not get done in Jesus' name. Okay. I'm okay eating turkey if I don't get steak. If I can't afford nothing else, I can get me a chicken leg quarter and I can cut it in half and live my best life, right? But here's the thing. The Bible says that the blessing of the Lord make it rich and no sorrow, right? God is always going to take care of us. It may not be what you want, but I promise you, there is a sale at somebody's grocery store. And you can go in there and find you something that you can divide. My grandma would say you can wide it up. She meant you can divide it out, right? Right. Okay. And have a little bit here and a little bit there. And it's all going to work out for you. So we have to be very careful with what we say. I can't eat. And if you can't eat, then there should be programs in your area where you can go and get the help you need. It is very challenging for somebody in California to try to help somebody in North Carolina. When you have North Carolina resources there, you got to just know where they are, right? Okay. Coupons, all the things. In-store I get my MVP card because that helped me with my gas rewards. And then I use my VIC card because that helped me with something. And then I'm always looking at sales. Shop the sales, right? Get your sales paper out before I go to the grocery store at all. I'm trying to see what's on sale. And then I meal plan around what I bought at the store. I don't just do a meal. Well, we're going to have veal parmesan tonight. No, we're not. We're going to have turkey parmesan and call it a day because turkey's on sale. They had them chicken wings on sale at Food Line last week for $1.99 a pound. And we had us about 20 pounds of chicken wings. And I grilled them all and we were able to eat and it was perfect, right? So again, I'm thankful to have a changed mind as far as sinking funds are concerned. So $575.09 left me with, after I paid all my sinking funds, $9.09. My tithe, my taxes, and all the sinking funds, I had $9.09 left out of that because I forgot to put my Amazon Prime in there, which was $13. So it covered it all, right? Just to the last $9, and I threw that $9 in my savings account. So that's how I'm going to do that. Now, we have had a little bit of a change in Facebook. Since the bonus plays for reels are gone. Bonus plays went out March the 9th. Somebody grab me an allergy pill, please. Bonus plays went out March the 9th. My reels rolled on the 18th because my thing was like in the middle. So I got paid out for my last reels this month, which I had a really small payout. Small. But now the new system is all ads. So with the ads, how they run them on Facebook, I make more doing that than I do on YouTube. But again, YouTube will pay, I know how to work YouTube. I just have to do videos on YouTube. On Facebook, I can do reels and make the money, right? Make my what I'm used to making once that cycle has run its course. Now I think the pay scale is good, and we have a lot of good views on Facebook. So if you've been on Facebook and you've liked it, hearted it, shared it, whatever, that's been very good. We do get some some poor comments on some videos. I try to turn those comments off, but I don't know how to turn them off on Facebook. I can turn them off on Instagram, but I cannot turn them off on Facebook. And of course, people don't like certain things that we do, and that's okay. Doesn't matter to me anymore. Like it, don't like it. And then people will share the video and they go, I would have never made it like this. Yeah, but you shared that video. So whoever you shared it to is going to see it and it's still going to pay me. So look, share it, okay? Hey, ma'am. Good to see you, Miss Melissa. So anywho, you guys, that was just a little bit of the YouTube AdSense that came in. I've usually been sharing AdSense income with y'all. Facebook, my book, all of that is going to stay private because that's just, we weren't doing that in the very beginning. Facebook, YouTube, I don't have an issue sharing, but my income is down about $160 next month. So from 575 is down to like 413. Right. And of course, at this rate, I've been able to cover all the things, but we'll see. Right. I'm praying that as the month moves along and I get more videos in, it will help to increase that AdSense revenue. So I know how to do it. And again, I am really waiting for summer because I'll have more time to film videos. Right now I'm working. I had to do teaching tonight. Then I jumped on here real quick. My kids still have to clean up the kitchen, but they can't run the water while I'm doing this. So, we're doing things. Tomorrow is a busy night. Wednesday is my really only day that I can do stuff. Thursday, I have to sing. Friday, I'm going to try to do Friday night sit down chit chats. The 52 envelopes is working really well for us. And what I'm saving those envelopes for are for us to go to California for Shamika's wedding, right, for next year. So what I think I might do is just like break down all my savings, things I'm doing in my savings so that you all can see. If you have not been over to Sean's Etsy shop, Seanversation, she does the envelopes. Check out her. And then I also did a reel on her savings challenge game called Glamopoly. If you haven't seen that one, go check that out as well. Also, for those of you who are new, just popping in, if you have not joined or subscribed to my ministry channel, please do. I will try to have some videos going up over there. I'm actually preaching Sunday in South Carolina. And so I just posted the link again in the chat if you want to subscribe to that channel. I preached a ladies conference this past Saturday. I'm preaching at my dad's church on Sunday. And so I left some books there. So I've had some sales. I'm actually going to be publishing my second book in the next week or so. My second book is called Wisdom from a Deep Well. If you're interested in that, it's a lot smaller than the one that I first did. That will be up on Amazon. It's not up yet, but it will be. And if you purchase my first book, if you don't mind going over and doing a review, that will help us out a lot. All righty, y'all. That's all I got for you guys as far as sinking funds. And that was all the sinking funds I had. I do think I might be adding in a few more sinking funds. I'm not sure yet. We'll see. Definitely for my tooth. I think I'm putting the floors on hold for right now. I'm just going to try to get my tooth fixed. And then I have some travel expenses that I will incur over the next 5 months because I'm going on 3 major trips. And one of the trips for one of the nights for the hotel, it was over $300 just for one of the nights. And I was like, oh my God. And we have to stay 2 nights. So I was like, okay, Lord. I looked at it and I was like, Lord have mercy. And then I was like, you know what, God, you're going to take care of it, right? I can't worry. I will not worry about God's business. I'm not. I'm going on assignment for the Lord and he's going to take care of it. So anywho, there it is, y'all. Thank you so much for stopping by. If you like this video, please do give it a thumbs up. We would appreciate that so very much. If anybody is interested in that budget, in that sinking fund sheet, I'll see if I can find it and try to link it somewhere. But I found it on I just found it on Google. It was a business expense sheet that I just adapted to make it a sinking funds, right? So I could keep it running. But anywho, thank y'all so much for stopping by. I'm going to see y'all on Friday night. Y'all be blessed now.